man up still in place for the Greyhounds as we get back into the second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by KTBS Payroll. Another organization into it to support the kids. Great shot, goal. Max Green nails a bouncer. Great shot by Max Green. Great man-up play by the Greyhounds, and they get on the board. 4-1 now. Gilman trailing Loyola here at Loyola's home field. Hargan
Gilman extra man goal.
Seen
Still
so
number
many
19,
great
Max
games over the
Green,
years.
assisted by number 20, Chris Walsh. Max Green with the extra man goal. Chris Walsh, the assist.
No face.
We know how good it felt for the Dons to get on the board first on Friday night after being that 8-0 hole. I'm sure it was equally as nice for Max Green to find the net there. Greyhounds finally on the board.
And spin it all the way back to the crucial ground ball scoop that Riley DeSmit made at the end of the first quarter to give the Greyhounds possession. Face-off man, Kevin O'Toole has done such a nice job today for the Dons. Loyola's second midfield line, a talented group to say the least. Here's Dissler driving hard, right-handed shot, ticks off the stick of TJ Trusty, but now Trusty picks up the rebound, looking to push it forward. Alex Hardwick coming up with it, thrilled with the speed of Alex Hardwick. And Devin McNamara, little spin-a-rama there right at the top of the box. Alec Dawsis now in on attack as well. Coach Jack Crawford doing a great job of utilizing the depth that he's been able to develop here at Loyola. Shot over the cage by Dissler. Loyola will maintain possession. Four to 1 your score, 10:35 to go second quarter. And a great double.
And Booker, of course, there was some confusion with where this game was going to be. And in this case, home field advantage does not matter that much. You know, with both these teams playing on grass so often. I remember 2 years ago, 2008, Gilman pretty much ran Loyola off the field, won 17-7. What happened in the championship? Can you tell me?
I can
They
tell
lost
you.
to Steele Stammings, Joe Cummings, MJ Leonard and company. But both these teams are very experienced on grass and just so well coached. Always a fun matchup.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the D-twagging by Timmy Jenkins to give the Greyhounds possession. And now Max Green, a little caught up on the right side. But the Greyhounds maintain possession. Here's Jake Shooter-Mathai. He and Chase Wittich doing a nice job running that midfield group along with number 2, Harrison McCarthy. McCarthy driving hard left-handed, and you see it. Some fake slides there by the Loyola defense. Interesting little twist into their defensive unit this week. Zeke Morrill moves it all the way up top, and here's Shooter. Shooter with a little stop and go, a little red light, green light up at the top of the box. Gets it over to Gordy Kerber. Kerber to Morrill. Morrill rings iron. And it's going to be Gilman possession. Referee Carmen D. John Domenico right in place to make that call. That guy's everywhere. Chase Wittich double teams, survives it, gets it up top to Max Green. Little sky whammy by Green as he drifts behind the cage, and it's back with Wittich. Shooter's gonna have one righty. No good. Second quarter brought to you by KTBS Payroll, your integrated payroll solution, providing expertise and efficiency to make your business stronger. For more information, visit ktbspayroll.com. Still way up in the air as to who's going to be that Under Armour All-American Underclassmen Player of the Game, but get to UnderArmourLacrosse.com to learn how you can register for the premier All-Star event of the summer. Sick save by Thomas. kicked the left foot out. Nice dodge by Max Green, but Thomas equal to the task.
I gotta put it out there. I think Thomas is probably the best keeper in the league right now. Really the cream of the crop. He's been making some great saves. He's reliable on the clear. He's a great leader. Always love to see those top-notch players go to Division III.
And Ty, you're exactly right in that he brings so much more than just saving the ball to that Loyola defense.
If you can stop the ball, that's great. But if you can't clear, you're probably going to sit on the bench.
Alec Hardwick carries across the top.
It's almost like an attackman. You know, if you can shoot, if you can pass, that's huge. But if you don't ride, same thing. You're going to be in the bench.
Ball checked away from Devin McNamara, but Connor Dalton comes up with it, gets it across the top to Disler. Disler's going to take a little spin behind the cage, guarded by Cotter Brown, brother of the great Cooper Brown. Dalton left side, guarded by Trusty. Low feed gets past. The Dons are going to have to ride. Jake Kleiss didn't follow it all the way in, and also credit TJ Trusty with a timely check on the pass.
And Dalton sort of struggled a little bit with those really physical defensemen. I know Garrett Epple did a really good job on him, but he's a sort of guy that when you give him time and room, he'll notch a hat trick. But probably a good matchup putting Trusty on him today.
Brian Moore and Trusty playing catch at the top of the box. 6:45 to go. Gilman offsides on the clear. Second quarter here at Loyola. Loyola home whites, Gilman road blues. The crowd continues to swell. Many of them also fell for the miscommunication of the game being at Gilman. This game is clearly at Loyola. 4-1 Dons. Conrad, Neubauer, and Class in at midfield for the Dons. McNamara all the way up top. The Conrad splits right to left. High Class handled by Neubauer. Neubauer working against Riley DeSmit. Backside feed too high for McNamara. Deemer Class scoops the ground ball just like a good guy on the Buffalo should. Backside feed handled. Class put some zip on that ball. McNamara corrals it, gets it up top to Conrad. Loyola running some clock here now, 5:20 left. Second quarter, and there's the stall warning that we were suspecting. Loyola has to keep it in the box here, second quarter. Backside feed gets through, and that's going to be tipped. Sexually transmitted infections such as chlamydia and gonorrhea can have serious health consequences, but these infections are easy to treat. So if you think you might be infected, talk to your healthcare provider or get tested free at your local public health clinic. It's fast and it's easy. You don't even need a blood sample. If you test negative, great. If not, it's a step towards getting the treatment you need. BD, helping all people live healthy lives. Go to bd.com to learn more. Great public service announcement by BD Diagnostics. Deemer Class, little shake and bake. Top left side, carries around. Great save by Brian Moore. Cotter Brown looking to move it up the field. Gets it all the way up. Gordy Kerber tries the one-hand scoop, can't get it. And Thomas corrals it for the Dons. And with Gilman having had possession, that'll take the stall warning off.
I've been very impressed with this Loyola defense so far today. You know, it's no easy task shutting down the Greyhounds, holding them just one goal in over 15 minutes. That's pretty impressive. But all year they've had those guys that almost came out of nowhere, and they're just really doing a good job. They're nothing flashy, but getting the job done.
Deemer class driving against Cotter Brown. Backside feed, no good. Batted in the air by Trusty. Picked up by Haas. Now it goes onto the ground. Nice play by Gordy Kerber in the middle of the field to maintain possession. And now we get a timeout on the field to make Royal Farms your first stop. Before and after every game, stop at Royal Farms for custom-built subs and wraps, healthy snacks, drinks, fresh brewed coffee, Western fries, and of course, Royal Farms' delicious, world-famous, fresh, never-frozen chicken. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast. 3:16 to go second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by KTBS Payroll, your integrated payroll solution, providing expertise and efficiency to make your business stronger. For more information, visit ktbspayroll.com. Tyler Rule pass for Kerber. Bounds into the crease. And Chris Thomas has it for the Dons. Gets it quickly to Casey Capinos. Talk about a player willing to make a sacrifice for the betterment of the team. Capinos clearly diving on the grenade in the form of being the great long stick D midi. And we will stay here during the timeout. Ty, let's talk about guys making sacrifices for their team. Obviously, Capinos, one of those guys. Loyola, with so many athletes, they can sprinkle them around the field and do quite well with them.
It's always so key in high school and college to sort of manage that personnel and put those D middies in the right place, sort of balance those face-off guys, and sometimes, like the committee, sometimes you have that one straight fogo. But Loyola's Casey Capinos, Bennett Bradley done a really good job, you know, making that sacrifice, maybe not taking as many shots as they'd like to, but they're making huge plays that are just as important as those goals, and it's paying off so far.
And then conversely, on Gilman's team, you have a guy like Timmy Jenkins who's perfectly competent in playing close defense, but he kind of jumps on it and goes for the long stick midi roll, takes him out of the game on a number of occasions, but he's willing to make that sacrifice for the betterment of the team.
And same with Peter Brown and Cotter Brown, you know, two very capable offensive middies in their own right. I've seen them dominate in the summer, but they're really well fit to be in that defensive midfield role and really helping the team there.
And if you can use that role to create transition opportunities for your team, you're going to end up being the unsung hero. And that's, you know, one of the more coveted awards that you can really be thought of as a guy who, you know, is not out there pounding his chest scoring 4 goals a game, but you're scoring 1 goal every 4 games, and it happens to be a huge goal.
And sometimes in college you have your fastest guy in the team at the D-midi role, and that's just so crucial to the success of the team.
And we get the second midfield unit in for the Dons coming out of the timeout. 2:41 to go, second quarter. Devin Tucker D'ing up Dissler. Dissler comes around. Timmy Jenkins with the slide. Flag in the air. And we're going to get a high hit. Loyola will go on the man up. This man up brought to you by the Power Shaft. Make sure you check out the Power Shaft because it is the world's only weighted lacrosse training device.
Personal foul. Loyola will be extra man for up to 1 minute.
Gilman penalty, a 1-minute slash. And the Dons, their offense has gone a little bit stagnant here, second quarter. 4-1 the score. Class center of the 3-3 gets it over to Conrad. Inside feed. What a feed by Deemer Class. Devin McNamara makes quick work of the finish.
Goal, scored by number 4, Devin McNamara. Assisted by number 22, Deemer Class. Devin McNamara with the extra man goal, assisted by Deemer Class.
Great feed by Deemer Class. No mistaking why he's up at the top center on that man-up unit in the 3-3. It's not often you see a midfielder who's capable of just being a grinder be the top center on the man-up formation, but Deemer Class certainly can
Timeout,
go.
Loyola.
Class can go from being the guy on the Buffalo to being the guy in the top center of the 3-3. Cuda.com and Royal Farms bringing you the game of the week. 2:08 remaining, second quarter. Second quarter brought to you by the great people at KTBS Payroll, your integrated payroll solution providing expertise and efficiency to make your business stronger. Kleiss shot goal. Didn't see that coming. Jake Kleiss kind of driving down the alley. Slings a hard one low and away and beats Moore to make it 6-1.
Loyola goal,
Now
scorer number
Don
41,
Diegos
Jake Kleiss, unassisted. Jake Kleiss on the goal, unassisted.
looking like Mark D'Ambrosi driving down that left-hand alley. Of course, I referenced the all-everything midfielder slash attackman who dominated the Loyola Dons back in the 80s. Backside feed. O'Toole with the face-off win. And Alec Dawson comes away with it. Capinos gets it in. And Connor Dalton now being guarded by TJ Trusty. Takes it for a spin left-handed.
And Booker, I know it's still early, but this one would mean so much to Loyola's momentum going forward. You know, I think we still have about 5, maybe 6 MIAA games left, and they played all the big ones early. But this would be so huge for them.
Great save, Brian Moore. That was going off low.
Actually met Moore's grandfather before the game. He was a fraternity brother of my own grandfather back in the UVA days. Gotta love those small to Moore connections.
Old Bo Moore. I've known him for years. He's a good man, old Bo Moore.
Wahoo wah, baby.
Yep. Conrad forced out of bounds. 52 seconds to go, second quarter. And Loyola sends their defensive unit onto the field. 6-1 the lead. Gilman in their road blues, Loyola home whites. Gilman's going to need some Motive Pure here at the halftime break. If you have not checked out Motive Pure, it is the best hydration solution. They have reinvented rehydration.
Also wouldn't be a bad day for some hot chocolate, a little bit windy out here. Although maybe I'm being a bit dramatic.
Jake Mathai drives lefty, rolls back righty. Inside feed, Max Green now stalled on the dodge, coming through the double team and successful with the takeaway. Blaze Connor.
Almost looked like a Pinos there, got a little piece of it, but I'm not sure.
Still 15 full seconds left in the quarter. See if Jake Shooter Mathai can check up on the clock. Mathai shot goes over the cage. 3.6 left first half. A half that back and forth towards a part of the second quarter, but for the most part dominated by the Dons. Great crowd on hand as so many great games have been played here at Loyola.
That is the end of the first half with the score. Loyola 6, Gilman 1.
We will be back with some halftime facts and figures for you. But as it stands right now, 6-1 Dons, Booker Corrigan and Ty Zanders with the call. Cuda.com and Royal Farms bringing you the great game of the week. Anybody need anything?